you know, I just played the Gettysburg Bluegrass Festival last weekend, and then did 3 days at the Hickory Fest, and in honor of Sue Cunningham, a wonderful fiddler and singer who passed on, and that was great. And Vernon was there, and some good buddies. Got to play music. My two brothers came and they played, and I looked on the road map, and as I was heading out of town, I decided to not go on any of the big highways, you know, like 81 or 90 or any of that. And I chose to stay on Route 6. And I went on Route 6 across Pennsylvania. If you ever have a chance to take that little bit there, goes along the Susquehanna River. It's a beautiful trip, and I just realized I think I need to canoe the Susquehanna River. You know? Just nice and easy going, like the Indians of old. And of course they may have wanted to make more time than I would have wanted to make. And so I looked on the road map, and the nearest blue water, meaning the ocean, was down in Connecticut. So I headed south after I got across the Beacon Bridge, and the afternoon wore on. I could start to smell that salt air, you know, just like, yeah. And the week before I had been up in Colorado for 10 days at 7,000 feet, and I was ready for some blue water, you know. And I got down there and I had a nice 3 days, you know, but that's Yankee land up there, and they eat a lot of clams, which are these weird little shellfish that live in the water and they squirt. And but they eat them up there, and they eat these little kind of crustacean creatures. They look like a house cat with a shell. They call them lobsters up there. And so I ate some of the house cat with the shell, and that was good too. Yeah, I had a lobster roll. Yeah, it was unbelievable. And after a while, I thought, man, you know, I'm from the Northeast, but this is like, I don't know, it's like there's a terribly scary focus on the summer up there, and it's like Route 95 is like packed with people with hampers and tents and things, and family dogs and cats all trying to get to the blue water. And I thought, well, I had my time there. I went out to Hammamasset State Park, which is beautiful, and went swimming. I even went swimming in my boxer shorts, which I thought was, that's good for the Yankees to understand that people need to get in the water. You know? And then I got on a flight out of Hartford, Connecticut, which is scary because being Yankees, they don't always tell you where things are. You're supposed to know this. It's like there's one sign for the airport within 15 miles, and then there's no signs. And you're just like, oh my God, we have GPS. Take me to the airport. And so finally I got there, and I got on the flight and flew down to Charlotte. And of course everybody had been up there, was wanting to get back to Charlotte, and they're all like, it's like the end of the week, it's Friday, Route 95 is packed from north to south. We're lucky to make the plane, and we get down here, and it's all of a sudden, it's like, can I help you? Well, yeah. I wouldn't mind. Yeah. All right, well, take that bag then, okay? Which reminds me of when I landed in Jamaica a few years ago, I had some recording tapes with me. And they told me to be careful of recording tapes because they think you're going to try and sell them down there. Of course, they don't use tape anymore, it's all digital now. But I had my LL Bean Adirondack bag full of 2-inch tape, 3 reels, and fake tracks written to bass and drums, guitar and stuff. Because if they know, she looks, the customs lady looked at it and she goes, oh, you're working here, okay. And she goes, is your dub tape? And I go, yes ma'am. She said, well, come on in. So I come in, and of course the dub tape is really hard to carry. These big old reels, 2.5 inches, 16 tracks. And this guy comes up to me and he says, carry your bags, man. And I go, how much? Thinking, you know, he goes, oh man, the sky's the limit. And we did some touring down there with very local person up here named Libre and the Iguana family. And it was very, like, we built the stage ourselves, you know. And the locals are all there kind of hanging out like, they're looking at the work, and electricity never work here, man, you know. So one of them climbs up a tree and taps into the local electrical line with gaffer's tape and everything. It's like, yeah, man, electricity, man, we have now. Just these things come back to mind because I've seen some of the folks who were on that trip.
Feel sorrow, too late to feel pain. He's just an old hobo, he's lost out in the rain. He never caused trouble, so don't have no fear. He's just an old hobo, he'll soon be far away from here. He used to be a gambling man, just like you, till he sank so low there was nothing that no one could do. Oh, don't make him ask you, oh, don't make him beg. He was a war hero, that's how he hurt his leg. He killed 30 Indians with one cannonball. He's just an old hobo, asleep out in the hall. He used to be a gambling man, just like you, till he sank so low there was nothing that no one could do. Oh, don't make him ask you, oh, don't make him beg. He was a war hero, that's how he hurt his leg. He killed 30 Indians with one cannonball. He's just an old hobo, asleep out in the hall. He used to be a gambling man, come on, just like you, till he sank so low there was nothing that no one could do. Here we go. He used to be a gambling man, just like you, until he sank so low there was nothing that no one could do. A wife and 5 children who live in LA. They miss their dear daddy, he's gone so far away. They still have his picture, it's hung on the wall. He's just an old hobo, asleep out in the hall. He used to be a gambling man, just like you, till he sank so low there was nothing that no one could do. All together. He used to be a gambling man, just like you, till he sank so low there was nothing that no one could do. So low, there was nothing that no one could do.
Oh, keep singing.